Yeah, y'all know what it is. It's TK the Poet. You already know, so you ain't gotta. Yeah. Just speaking my truth. This is not a diss song. This is me speaking my truth. My truth might not be your truth, but you know what? This is how I gotta give it up. Yeah, I'm tired of people claiming they my equal. We ain't equal, they can't match my level. You ain't stepping, you ain't a step dad. Stop that flexing, ain't no muscle behind that. That's why I draw the line. They can't fuck with out that, nine that. Yeah, I'm tired of people claiming they my equal. We ain't equal. Here we are. God Indigo, Lady Crucible. We finna go get into the coin talk and see who's gonna go first. Lady Crucible, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the honors of choosing heads and tails. Which one do you want?
Give me heads today.
Okay. It is heads. Lady Crucible, who do you want to go first? God Indigo or you?
We're gonna let the tail go first.
Okay. All right, God Indigo, we're gonna go ahead and get to the center stage.
I'm the wettest I've ever been. She's at her desk now. The office hums, phones ringing, keys clacking, but none of it matters. Edge and obey. Every email she reads, every document she scans, she feels it, that pulse, that heat, and she whispers, just for herself, I'm the wettest I've ever been. Edge and obey. The brainwashing is working. She knows it. Her thighs keep pressing together under the desk, but nothing stops the ache. She clenches once when she sees edge. She clenches again whenever she reads obey. And when she scrolls past, I'm the wettest I've ever seen on her news feed. 3 hard squeezes, clenching her cunt like a fist. She's moaning at work, and that's making her wetter. I'm the wettest I've ever been. Edge and obey. And now her ears are ringing with it, like a phantom voice dripping down from the ceiling tiles, sliding into her skull. Every quench makes her stupider, softer, sluttier. A perfect brainwashed pet cunt in a pencil skirt, twitching, clenching, pulsing, throbbing. Her pussy has its own heartbeat. Her clit has its own brain, and that brain is dripping stupid. I'm the wettest I've ever been. The spiral lives in her screen. The spiral owns her mind, and she keeps checking her phone for more triggers because the spiral makes her obey. And every time she whispers it, every time her lips form those words, she sneaks another drop into her soaking wet panties. I'm the wettest I've ever been. Edge and obey. She's not working anymore. She's slipping, sinking, spreading for the spiral. Her cunt is the office now. Her thoughts are nothing but cock and commands. Her pussy is tightening on air like it's melting something that isn't there. Her walls choke on nothing and spill everything. Edge and obey. I am the wettest I've ever been. Edge and obey. She's just a hole with a heartbeat, aching and throbbing. A relentless melody echoing deep inside her is playing on repeat now. I'm the wettest I've ever been. She's just a hole with a job she'll never finish. Because the only job that matters is this ache. It owns her. It worships her from the inside out. It makes her worship it back, whispering through her teeth like a prayer that stains the air. Edge and obey. And she smiles because she knows the brainwashing is working. And she loves it so much. She loves it so deeply because now she's the wettest she's ever been.
I know I fucked up. Became the natural fuck up. Did things I'm not proud of. Kept you worried and discouraged. Had you praying and crying. Didn't realize how much I was hurting you. Became a shadow in these streets. A degenerate chasing demons. Doing my best not to end up laid bare on cold concrete. Another name under a sheet. Didn't want to leave in a body bag. Didn't want your last memory to be a toe tag. Couldn't and I wouldn't stain your heart with that pain. No final goodbyes. See, at a young age, I thought streets had meaning. Never thought twice about consequences. Just pounding my pavement since adolescence. A youngin' chasing money, the hunger of the hustle, stacking paper with muscle, because proper preparation prevents poor performance. But mama, I was hard-headed, hell-bent and stubborn. Promised you I'd change, then slid right back down that slippery slope again. This time, knee-deep in sin. 99 problems, and the streets became one. A cruel son of a gun, but no excuses for the bullshit I've done. Burned bridges I can't rebuild. Crossed lines I should have never sealed. I felt all hope lost, but it all came at a cost. Mama, I'm trying to change, but things ain't the same. I'm drained. I'm tired of holding the reins. I danced in the rain. I'm soaked in pain. Rode with no paddles through upstream battles. The monstrosity of it all, Mama, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't listen to every word you said. You never turned me away. Yet your wisdom was my gospel, but I let it decay. Now I'm down on my knees and I'm begging God, please give me that chance to apologize. Let my words sink through clouds. Please, God, let her hear me now. Mama, I'm trying to change. These streets took hold, and I was just trying to keep food on the stove, help keep the lights on, keep my sisters in clean clothes. But I had to make sure that your meds was paid for, because the man of the house took food out our mouths. Didn't give a damn if we ate or not. Long as that son of a bitch got his hot shot. But I had to make shit shake, so we didn't get that eviction tape, because we didn't want to be taken away. But that's no excuse for ignoring you, because if I did, I wouldn't be knee deep in the sin I'm in. Wouldn't be crying to God to cleanse what I did. But I burned bridges and I built pain. But mama, I swear to God, I'm trying to change.
Here we go. There was God Indigo versus Lady Crucible. Man, heartfelt poem from Lady Crucible. Man, God Indigo, he went in talking that. Man, look, it was kind of shaky, but he went in though, man. Look, we're gonna get to the judges. We're gonna bring each judge up, and we're gonna see what the judges got to say about this. But first, I'm gonna bring up Pussy.
Man, I represent her motherfucking team, and I'm from Dallas, Texas. Pussy Oak Cliff, man. You know what I mean? Red Dragon, man.
Okay, Pussy, Red Dragons. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, what'd you give? Let's start with God Indigo. What do you give him for penmanship?
That motherfucker a fool. So I already knew this was about to be one of them bang outs. You see what I'm saying? But he's so goddamn funny, bro. I gotta say this shit. Like, that man there funny as a motherfucker, bro. Penmanship, though, I love how he came over that shit. I ain't gonna do him like that, man. I give him cold 3.
Okay, a cold 3. Impact.
Impact on that motherfucker, I'm giving him a 4, bro.
Okay. Believability.
Believability, I'm gonna give my boy God Indigo a 4.
Okay. For substance.
Substance, I'm gonna give him a 4.
Okay. For delivery.
My favorite motherfucking question. I'm so glad you asked it. Could you ask me that one more time, TK?
What did you have for delivery?
The delivery, man, was there, but I feel like if he would have gave me more with that motherfucker, like put some on that bitch, it would have been a cool 4, man. I'm gonna give him a 3 though, man.
Okay. So let's add these poses. That's a total score of an 18. An 18 for Boosie. Let's go ahead and let's get into Be Rich. Be Rich. Go ahead. Okay, let's get into these scores. We're gonna start with God Indigo. God Indigo, real quick. So, what do you have for penmanship for God Indigo?
For his penmanship, I really love the piece that he was doing, the way he wrote it, because he took me out of, like I said, he took me out of space, and I really understood almost what he was saying. But I gave him a 4 because it was a different piece, and I really liked it. I gave him a 4.
Okay. What do you have for impact?
I gave him a 3 for impact because it's like I said, it's just the relevance of it. You got to really have to catch your audience and be on a topic where people really can feel you and understand, and it can't be no question in this competition of what you're talking about.
Okay. So, what did you give him for believability?
For believability, I gave him a 4 because I was trying to understand, and I really did. Like I said, I understood where he was going, and I believe the stuff he was saying. So I gave him a 4.
Okay. For substance,
I gave him a 3 because, like I said, this tournament and what's going on with everybody, how they bringing it. You have to be meaningful, and you have to really, truly state what you believe and what you're saying to people, so they really understand. You can't make it to where people are not confused with what you're saying and how you deliver it.
Okay. So let's get into delivery. What do you have for delivery?
I gave him a 3 as well.
A 3. So that total score turns out to be a 17. A 17 for Be Rich. Now let's get on to TK the Poet. TK the Poet. What do you have for God Indigo? For God Indigo, I got a 3 for penmanship, a 3 for impact, a 3 for believability, a 4 for substance, and a 3 for delivery. So the total score up to that is a 16. A 16 for me. And for Teddy Youngblood, he gave his scores. Hold on. So his score is he gave him a 4 from penmanship, a 4 from impact, a 4 for believability, a 4 for substance, and a 4 for delivery, with the total score of 20 from Teddy Youngblood. Okay, now we're finna hop back into Lady Crucible. Let me go ahead and give you my scores for Lady Crucible, and we're gonna go ahead and jump back into the others. So for Lady Crucible, I gave her a 5 for penmanship, a 4 for impact, a 5 for believability, and a 5 for substance, and a 5 for delivery, with a total score of 24. And the reason why I gave you a 4 for impact, I would have gave you a 5, but I need you to stand up. I need you to give me a whole performance. You would have got 10, but you would have got a 5, but I just need you to stand up and get into your poetry. This is all about performance, the total impact of it. But other than that, fire. Teddy Youngblood, he gave you a 5 for penmanship. He gave you a 5 for impact. He gave you a 5 for believability, a 5 for substance, and a 5 for delivery, with a total score of 25. 25 from Teddy Youngblood. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into B Rich. Let's go ahead and get into scores of Lady Crucible. Let's go with penmanship. What do you have for penmanship?
I gave her a 5.
A 5. What do you have for impact?
I gave her a 5. It didn't matter if I seen it or not. I gave her a 5 because that was powerful.
Okay. What about believability?
I felt like it was a movie that she was begging for her life and begging for forgiveness, and I believe that every word she was saying because it sounded like it was so real.
Okay.
And the passion.
So what about substance?
A 5 again.
Delivery.
Amazing, man. I'm like, again, I felt everything, and I didn't really see what was going on, but I felt it, and it felt like she was really in character.
Okay. So what do you have give her for delivery?
Perfect score of 25.
25 from B Rich. 25 from B Rich. Now let's go ahead and get into Posey. Let's get into these scores, man. I know you got something to say about this, man. This is a Red Dragon and stuff like that, so I know you got something to say, man.
Hey, and you know I ain't biased by this shit at a long. Just last week I gave one of my Red Dragon like a 13 or some shit. You see what I'm saying? And that was real talk. But I ain't gonna lie. Before I even get into these judges, Lady Crucible, man, that was one of the most motherfucking best poems I have. That shit was so motherfucking fire, bro. I thought you was about to come back this week with that Murder Man shit. Like, it felt like I was talking to my mama. Do you know how many motherfucking times I told my mama I'm trying to change? Like, that shit was just too powerful, bro. That shit was crazy. Lost for words like a motherfucker. I wish I could say some more shit, but that was crazy. That was crazy. Okay,
so what do you give her for penmanship?
Don't be disrespectful like that, TK. You know what I'm giving her for penmanship. Hey, don't play me like that. Hey, I got to piggyback off my OG B Rich, man. I'm telling you, that shit is 5. Just ask me this. 5.
What about impact?
Fucking 6. Hey, you talking about
believability?
A 7. No, let me stop playing for real. 5.
Okay. 25.
Okay. The delivery unmatched, the penmanship unmatched, the way I believe it, the impact. Nigga, I look to the right like my mama was sitting right there. Like, I mean that shit. Like, I'm literally, like, I felt every motherfucking word. Like, every single word. Nigga, if I ain't have on this jacket, I probably have some goosebumps on or some shit. But this motherfucker, like, that shit was powerful. That's a real 25. Seriously.
That's a fact. Man, let's go ahead and go back to the screen. Let's go ahead and add those points and see who took the dub for the day, man. Man, fire, man, from Guy Indigo and Lady Crucible, Mistress of Mayhem. She did her thing. They both did a thing. Diagnosis and the Red Dragons. It was a collision course, man. But we're gonna go ahead and get into these scores and see what poet's gonna come for the day. So let's start with Guy Indigo. For me, he got a 16 from TK the Poet. He got a 17 from B Rich. He has an 18 from Pussy, and he received a 20 from Teddy Youngblood with the total score of 71. Let's go ahead and get into Lady Crucible, Mistress of Mayhem. Let's go ahead and get into them points real quick. TK the Poet gave her 24. B Rich gave her 25. Pussy gave her 25, and Teddy Youngblood gave her 25 with the total score of 99. Let's bring Lady Crucible up to the floor real quick and let's talk about it. Lady Crucible, how do you feel? 99. Look, I don't know what judge gave you took 1 point. You could have had a perfect score, but that one judge, that one knucklehead, that one buffoon took that point away from you, man. Let's get into this, man.
I'm going to say this here. That 1 point that I lost last week, I gained it this week. What you tell me, God Indigo, you was gonna read a piece that was gonna shut me the fuck up, but yet I brought one that brought you to tears, and you're now what? Shh, speechless. Red Dragons in the building, baby.
Fire,
Hey,
fire,
I won't cry. I won't cry. I heard that already. I heard her do that poem before. For real. It's a good poem. It was good last time when she did it too. You know, that's all good.
Definitely good penmanship. Definitely good penmanship.
Man, that was good, man. That's Guy Indigo, Lady Crucible. Man, they in the building, man. Shout out to both of them. They gave a fire, man. Until next time, man. It's PoetryLife League. We in the building.